loves, welcome back. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to contour and highlight. For most of you guys that follow me, or most of you guys that have been subbed to my channel forever, thank you by the way. My contouring and highlighting is not as dramatic compared to others, and I just like it that way. I like contouring and highlighting to the point where it doesn't look like you contoured and highlighted, and some people like the opposite. So to each his own. First off, what you want to start off with is, of course, have you a primer. Now a primer is just going to keep your makeup from moving, and it's also going to make your foundation or makeup last a lot longer compared to not wearing a primer. My primer that I love to use is the Becca highlighter. I absolutely love this primer. If you have oily skin, you will love this too, and I love the simple fact that it did not break me out. So I have already applied a primer all over my face, so I don't have on any foundation. If you are interested in a skincare regimen, I'll have that video listed below in the info bar. Second thing you want to do is use a foundation. A foundation is just going to even out your skin tone. Now I have ran into several girls, one of my best friends included, who doesn't like makeup. You know, never tried makeup, doesn't really know what makeup can do for you. So makeup or foundation is basically a enhancement, and what foundation will do is give you more of an even skin tone. I'll give you an example. Like with me, I have I'm lighter up through here, which is so weird, but I have discoloration on my skin. So what foundation will do is just give you an even skin tone throughout your entire face, while also blurring out any imperfections that you may have. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. Love this foundation. It is lightweight and buildable coverage. The coverage is medium to full coverage. I am in the color Y435. So I'm just going to start off with one pump. Use my fingers. Make sure you have clean fingers, by the way. I skipped a step. I love using the MAC highlighter. This is in the color Peach Luster, and I like to use this as a color corrector, especially underneath my eyes. I do deal with some darkness underneath there that's kind of blue and black, so I like to color correct that area to fix that problem. And before I continue, I'm just going to go back and fix underneath my eyes. Of course, if you've been rocking with me forever, you know this is my favorite foundation brush, and it is the Sigma Pro Dome brush number 41. I love this brush. It's kind of dirty, so just excuse how it looks. Of course, that is the most important part, is just blending in your foundation. Because the goal here, guys, is to look like you don't have on foundation. See how that just basically evens out my skin tone? And I didn't go drastic with the foundation because, like I said, I want it to look like skin. This is how much foundation I have left. Next is the highlighting part. And highlighting is basically when you use a concealer or a foundation that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. And highlighting is just going to brighten up certain areas on your face where the light may reflect on. So what I like to use as a highlighter is, of course, the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This is in the color Medium Dark 1 Biscuit. For those girls who wear MAC, when I was wearing MAC, it was an NC45. That's what I use as my natural skin tone. And when I used to highlight with MAC, I would use NC42, but I no longer use those products. Now I love the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I also love the Kat Von D concealer as well, but this is actually in my natural skin tone, which is in the color Deep 34. I don't know which one I love the most, NARS or Kat Von D, but they both are wonderful concealers that do not crease. They're very creamy and thick and easy to blend into the skin, and just gives a nice finish. And I'm going to apply this highlighter underneath my eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Of course, those are optional steps. You are more than welcome to just apply the highlighter underneath your eyes. So I take the highlighter, and you don't have to use a lot, guys. A little bit goes a long way. And it doesn't have to be blended on. It doesn't have to be put on perfectly because you're going to blend it out. And to keep from using so much product, guys, I will also go on the back of the applicator and apply some concealer that way too. So this is pretty much how I like to highlight. So next, what you want to do to blend out your highlight is take a beauty blender and a little bit of Fix Plus spray to wet your beauty blender and blend it. Contouring is basically when you just carve out your cheekbone to make your face look a little bit more slimmer. Also, you can do contouring on your nose to make your nose look a little bit smaller as well. My favorite products that I love to use for contouring is 2 items. I love to use the CoverGirl Queen collection. This is in the color Ebony Bronze. It took me forever to find this bronzer, but when I found it, I fell in love with it, and I actually got mine from Dollar General. I also like to use the MAC NW58. This is really good for contouring your face because it is a darker powder, and it gives you more of a dark shadow look compared to the Ebony Bronzer. The Ebony Bronzer, in my opinion, gives me more of a bronzy glow look instead of a contouring look like this one does. I think I'm going to use the NW58 for carving out my cheeks. And I'm going to be using the NARS Ita brush. When it comes to contouring, you want to start at the highest tail of your ear, which would be here. Ooh, girl, excuse those sideburns. Start at the highest of your ear and come down. And that's usually where your contouring would start. If not, you can always do the fish face like this. And that's where your contouring will begin when you see your face suck in like that. Okay? So I pretty much know where my cheekbones is, so I don't really have to do that. So I just take a little bit of the contour powder. See that? Just a little bit. You really don't need a lot because you are going to blend it out. You can kind of contour your forehead too to make that look a little bit more smaller if you struggle with a big forehead like me. You can also do it for your nose. When it comes to blending your contour out, which is extremely important because as you can see, these lines are not cute. These sharp defined lines are not cute at all. So what I find myself doing when it comes to blending out my contour is using this MAC angle brush, and this is the MAC 186. I think if it's not MAC 186, it's MAC 180. I don't know, like my numbers have wiped off. So it's the MAC angle brush, and what I like to do is take the brush like this and blend out that contour line. Once you have blended in your contour and your highlight, next thing you want to do is set your highlight. Remember, your highlighted areas are underneath your eyes, your nose, your cupid's bow, and your chin. Any area that you highlight on your face needs to be set with some type of powder. There are several powders that I like to use. It just really depends on how I'm feeling actually on which one I like to use. I like to use the Banana Midnight powder, which actually comes in a bottle like this. If you guys own the Banana Midnight powder, then you know how messy this little thing right here can be. So I bought this from the Dollar Tree for $1. I am just going to take my Sigma tapered highlighter brush and I'm just going to dip, and I'm going to wipe the excess away and go underneath my eyes to set that concealer. However long you want it to sit kind of depends on you. I don't really like for my highlight to be too boom bam in your face. So what I like to do is let it sit for just a few minutes. Usually what I'll be doing right now is just putting on my lashes or doing something, and then I would just go ahead and wipe away the Banana Midnight powder. You don't want to not wipe your Banana Midnight powder away because you will look ghostly, like you will look caked up, and that's not our mission today. Our mission is to look flawless with our makeup, enhancing our beauty. What I'm going to do is just take my brush and wipe off that excess powder. I'm going to finish off the look by setting everything with a powder. This is the Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder, and this is in the color 209. Yes. So this is my powder that I love to use for oily skin. This will keep you matte all day long. The color looks kind of beige, but on my skin it is the perfect match. So if you're interested in this powder, guys, make sure you go to Sephora and get matched because the colors are definitely deceiving. I forgot to blend the contour on my nose, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Good thing I didn't really try to contour, so I don't really have to do too much. What I like to do after I have finished my makeup is use the MAC Fix Plus spray to spray on my face, and that's just going to take away any cakiness or any type of dull look that may be going on with my look for the day. You can use any type of setting spray that you would like, but I like to use the MAC Fix Plus setting spray, and I just spray a little bit. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, love, so this is the final look of me contouring and highlighting my face. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also hope it was helpful to you guys who are looking to get into the whole contour and highlighting technique but don't really know how to go about doing it. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys as well. Of course, make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.